Let's go. Let's go, OC. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let's get this party started. Friday, July 31st, 2026. Original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. I am your host, Original OC, broadcasting live with my cafe. I'm loving it on OC patio, overlooking the pool, overlooking the resort here at OC Resort and Spa. Cheers, guys. Let's do this awesome live stream. I usually do 15-minute live streams. Today, we're doing a long, we're going to discuss a very controversial subject. Consignment. Have you ever heard of it? It's called consignment. And the question before the watch community today is, what are the definitions of new and unworn? There seems to be quite a bit of debate about what is considered new and what is considered unworn, and whether or not dealers can wear customers' watches, customers' consigned watches, and in some cases wear them for prolonged periods of time and then sell them to unsuspecting customers as new watches. That is the question. But first, and what's always customary, I like to say hello to everybody in the chat. I want to greet all the members. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, enable all notifications. Make sure you go to your whatever app you're on your phone, like the YouTube app, or you go into the settings, notifications, apps, YouTube. Make sure all that stuff is set. Make sure you set notifications to all. There's a link to the memberships somewhere in the chat, I'm pretty sure. Let's double check. Pin it, OC. Pin it. All right, I'll pin it. Pin. Come on. Come on. Help me out. Boom. Pinned. All right, pinned. Awesome. We 100% will be playing copyrighted content throughout the broadcast. We do so consistent with United States copyright laws under fair use. We will be doing live commentary on newsworthy content. We will be doing satire and sarcasm and any other excuses that we can use in order to evade and circumvent people's copyrights. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to play copyrighted material, and we're going to do it legally, 100% legally, consistent with the United States copyright law under fair use. All right, cool. And OC, what are you rocking on the wrist? I invented this new thing. It's a new concept called the wrist check. And I think I've trademarked that. It's called wrist check. And some people call it the customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Breguet Mariner. Absolutely love it. Link in the description below. Now today I'm rocking what I've been wearing for on and off. The Rolex Oyster Perpetual, the first one in the United States. This is the Oyster Perpetual 41, which is, they call it the 41 because it's supposedly 41 millimeter case dimensions. And this is in the Rolex's new candy pink configuration. Candy pink dial, guys. OP41, Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41, candy pink. The 134-300, the new release, new for 2025. And then in September, they introduced the new candy pink and lavender dials. Cool? All right. Let's say hi to every single person who's in the chat. Every single person. I'm going to call out the members. Guys, it's the last day of the month. I want the members using their member milestone chats. I want people upgrading their memberships if you can do so on a non-Apple device. And by the way, I think YouTube is running a promotion right now. If you're not a member, this is for people who aren't members. I think it's a first free month. You get 1 month for free. 1 month free membership. If you become a member today, right now, when you're watching this stream, do not waste time. The offer expires immediately at the end of the day. So it says July 31st, end of the month promo. I check carefully, but I think it's free first month if you're not a member. If you're already a member, you're grandfathered in on the low prices. Let's see who we got in the chat. We've got Logan Hall's Grill Streams, who's a member. You need an RM logo, OC. See, the thing is, the Richard Mille logo is really just the name Richard Mille in that special script. So it really doesn't lend itself to a square logo because it'll take up like a little tiny real estate in that square spot. I could do it though. If I get an RM, I will. Well, it's never happening. If I ever get an RM, I will create an RM badge. You guys have a custom RM badge in the chat when I join the RM club. We've got Leonardo DiCaprio, boom, joining us from Hollywood, California, under his YouTube account, Yo Leo. What up, OC and chat? Good to see Leo here. Hey, ZD. ZD's making moves in his collection. I'm not allowed to talk about it. He's making moves. He reached out to me a couple of days ago. Good luck with your whatever you're doing. Not going to say. Friday Fun with OC, correct. ZD's a member, along with Leo and Logan. So far, every single person in the chat is a member. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? #1 channel on YouTube in membership engagement, according to YouTube Analytics. I didn't just make it up. We've got Vimal in the chat. The folks in Utah have coined a term for it, soaking. It can be sold as new or unworn. Soaking, really? I'm familiar with the term slider, right? Brody and I was discussing some legal matters with Brody this morning. We have a few legal issues, as always. Brody's the best. Brody's like really, really good lawyer. So we were chatting about some stuff. We were chatting about, by the way, the Tony Romo arrest. Tony Romo was arrested and charged with driving under the influence. And we were discussing the legality of the arrest. But anyway, we were talking about some stuff, and the issue of new unworn came up, and we were talking about the term slider. And he reminded me that the term slider, which they use in the dealer circles, is basically like in baseball. I guess it's like a pitch that looks like a fastball, but then it like drops at the last second, so it fools the batter. Yo, batter, batter, batter. It fools the batter. Well, slider is a term that the dealers use in order to fool and bamboozle the customers into thinking that it's a new and or unworn watch. It's like, why would you pick a term that's so negative? Like, these dealers are so dumb sometimes. It's like, hey, what do we call it when we're bamboozling the customers and we're selling them a watch that isn't new and it isn't unworn, but we want them to think that it's new? Oh, let's call it a slider. So like when the dealers are trading with each other, they go, oh, it's a slider. This one's a slider. That one's a slider. It's a slider material condition watch. Shout out to Opus in Time. He's the one who used to always say that. Yo, do not buy this slider material condition used watch. Shout out to Juan, Opus in Time. But slider literally means like a pitch that's thrown in order to fool the batter. And they take that term and they adopt it. It's like, hey, I'll give you this watch, so you can bamboozle your end user customer and tell them that it's new when it's not, or tell them that it's unworn when it's not. Is that they can't make this shit up, guys? Can't make it up. But I haven't heard soaking before. I have not heard the term soaking. Can be sold as new and unworn. I know slider, but anyway. Thank you, Vimal. Vimal is also a member. Brody says 10 people watching. There's no way 10 people are watching on a Friday afternoon. I think we have, let's see, we have Logan. Well, see, Logan types a comment, then he leaves. He's not watching. He's, he thinks he's fooling people. He's not fooling anybody. Oh, well, I dropped in a comment. So I know you're not watching. You're first. I'll give you credit for that. You're first. I don't know if you're first to upvote. Guys, upvote the stream. Upvote the stream. I want to see 15 likes. Don't let me down. Don't make me harp on this. Just if you're watching right now, hit the thumbs up. Let's get it out of the way quickly. Yeah, but he types in a comment and then he leaves. Like, you don't think I know what's going on? So really the only people watching are probably Leo, ZD, Vimal, and Brody. But Brody works. Brody is doing stuff, you know? Brody's a busy lawyer. 30% of it is with shit that he has to do for me. I get entangled in all these legal problems. But he gets me out of every single one of them unscathed, completely. We've never lost a case. Brody, type in the chat. Have we ever lost a case? Yes or no? Never. Not a single time. That's the 100%. I'd swear on a stack of Bibles we've never lost a single case. 10 people watching. I think it's Brody, Vimal, ZD, and Leo. We have 4 people watching. 4 people watching. You could do 10 times that if you change to Tutor Talk. Yeah. You know, if I wanted to talk about Tutor and Oris and Timex and Omega, I could have 1,000 subscribers. Whoop-de-doo. I'm fine with 100 subscribers. Because this is the quality audience, the quality people who care about luxury watches, buying the right watches, making the right decisions, smart strategy, all that stuff. People talk about this all the time. They're like, OC, why don't you talk more about Nevada Grenchen? Do I need to even think about what that brand is, who they are, and why I don't talk about them? No, I don't. Thanks for being in the chat. I know you're busy. Don't settle. We're not settling. I told you we're not settling. We'll take this one all the way to the United States Supreme Court if we have to. Kevin Hawthorne's in the chat from Lakeland, Florida. What's up, Kevin? You're not a member, but that's okay. We have hope. We are holding out hope. There's a link pinned somewhere. You can become. It's a check. I think YouTube's running a special. First month is free. First month is free. How can you beat that? Guys, use your member milestone chats. It's the last day of the month. Use them before you lose them. Pre-loved and gently used. You know, the auction houses, when they type in their descriptions, they have a whole bunch of adjectives they use, like, exceedingly interesting and possibly rare timepiece. Exceptionally preserved and possibly unique. Possibly. Pre-loved by somebody. We've got MJ in the chat. He's a member and a moderator. Look at this. We got Brody, who's a moderator. Who else? We got Logan, who's a moderator, but who's no longer watching. That's why there are no trolls. There are no trolls on this channel. MJ, what's up? Happy Friday. Yeah, this is gonna be a killer show, guys. It's gonna be so much fun. We got overcoil free sprung. Is this that's something Tim Masso would say? Tim Masso is the only person who uses that terminology. Featuring an overcoil free sprung balance. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. I can't repeat terms I don't understand. Overcoil free sprung. Yeah, it's a mainspring and a mainspring and a balance wheel. And hey, we got Mr. Tutor to You is not a member. Consider this could be the one. This could be the time, Mr. Tutor to You. You finally become a member. I think the first month is free. Click on the link in the chat. Got Solvents. You're not a member, but thanks for tuning in. Jen G, who's a member and the first female viewer in the chat. Thanks for keeping me company while I run errands. Love the candy pink Rolex, reach for the crown, Oyster Perpetual. Thank you. Run some errands. By the way, do not chat while you're driving. Brody told me to say that. We don't want to get hit with a with any further lawsuits, guys. We don't need any more litigation. So don't text and drive. Don't chat and drive. We'll be covering, by the way, the Tony Romo arrest in full detail. We have all the body camera footage and everything coming up. Capoeira in the chat. Never buy from pawnbrokers or pawn shops or thieves. I don't know to whom you're referring. That's right. Undefeated. We are 100% undefeated. Brody is like the best lawyer. Perfect time for a lunchtime stream. Thank you, Leo. It's Leo's on the set right now on a new film, but he probably grabbed a chicken salad sandwich and he's hanging out in his trailer. Hey, look at this. Opus in Time. The original Opus Time. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable, but true. He's here. Love your show, OC. Big fan. Awesome. Jump on anytime. We're going to talk about new and unworn and what those definitions are, because these guys on the screen, you know, and it's not, this isn't news. I'm not breaking news, but a lot of these dealers, they wear the inventory. Like the inventory belongs to the business, or worse, the inventory belongs to an end user customer who's consigning a watch, and they just take the watch on vacation to Turks and Caicos for like 2 weeks and then bring it back. It's like, oh yeah, it only has a few more scratches, but we were going to polish it anyway. And you're taking a Cape Cod, rubbing a Cape Cod. These dealers the shenanigans are off the charts. They're running, they're huffing and they're puffing, but they don't got the watches. We're not doing the fast flips, but we're doing the running and the huffing and the puffing. Get the fuck out of here. Quapera says, talk about Nordic watches. I hear it's a top. No, we don't talk about that brand here. We don't talk about those brands, and anybody that promotes those brands has zero credibility. Zero credibility. Anybody who promotes any of those garbage brands, they're getting paid, and it's embarrassing. They have zero credibility, especially like if you say something like, well, this watch is, I like Longines. I like, I don't like Oris. There's some brands I like, JLC, whatever, but you can't say like, an Oris is better than a Rolex Submariner. It's just not. Okay. It's just not. Okay. You can't say, even if you like the Longines Hydro Conquest, you can't say a Longines Hydro Conquest is better than a Rolex Submariner. You're a fucking moron if you say that, okay? You just can't, you're a shill. You are a shill. Capoeira, become a member. Opus in Time, thanks for being in the chat. Got MC Moz in the chat. What's up, MC Moz? Good evening / afternoon. Sir, you don't have to call me sir. Maybe you're referring to Adrian. Adrian's a sir. I don't command that kind of respect. I don't command that kind of respect. We have, Gen G is waiting in line for an oil change. Okay, cool. As long as you're not texting or commenting and driving. Oh, hey, we got Swiss in the chat. Swiss, I'm going to be in Geneva, not for Geneva Watch Days, but for, what's it called? That big thing in Geneva? Watch something? Watches and Wonders. Watches and Wonders. By the way, I have breaking news. Curlock will be live streaming from Watch Time New York in October. Don't tell anybody I told you. It's breaking news. It's kind of a secret. We haven't finalized everything yet, but Curlock will be live streaming from Watch Time New York. I'm trying to split my time. Kapok is going to be there. Curlock is going to be there. It's going to be amazing. So get your tickets for Friday night. Curlock live stream from Watch Time New York. If you want to meet Curly for the first time, and we're gonna get him into a Rolex before Watch Time New York. We're not going to get him into some, what's it, Edsel watches or whatever the fuck he's looking at, Edsel or I don't know what the hell, Rambler brand watches, some kind of stupid American brand. I'm going to get him into a Lex. Help him reach for the crown. All right. Last chance. If you're watching, type in a comment in the chat. I'll say hi to you. Otherwise, we're going to go straight to, hey, Gilden, what's up? Gilden just dropped a comment there. I think we got everybody. Got everybody. We're up to, I think, 9 viewers, which is pretty good. Pretty good. 9 viewers, guys. This is now, by the way, they also spend a lot of time talking about their branding, and Adrian hates the name Luxury Bazaar, but we'll get to that at the end. But by the way, I was going to say you can find this video on YouTube, but it's not even on the Luxury Bazaar channel. Like it's on a separate channel called Roman Sharf. I don't get it. Their branding is just all over the place. But I want to listen. They need a little help in promoting the channel. So what I'm going to do is, and in the spirit of fairness, I actually love Adrian. Adrian's great. Roman, we all know Roman. We know about Roman. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Here you go. Check out the Roman Sharf channel on YouTube. They don't get very many views anymore. They have 500,000 subscribers, but they barely get like 1,000 views. My live streams, by the way, get more views. And that's crazy, right? Like this, I literally have like a few hundred subscribers. They have 500,000 subscribers. They barely get a couple thousand views after like a week. That's the same with some of these YouTubers who are spruiking the garbage brands. They say they have 400,000 subscribers, but then they're all paid bots. And then you buy the views for the video. And it's like, it's so apparent. It's so crystal clear. Like you don't have that many viewers. You don't have that many subs. You know, when they do a live stream and they barely get 100 people, but they claim to have 400,000 subscribers. I mean, come on. The jig is up, guys. The jig is up. So anyway, this channel is the Roman Sharf channel, which I dropped the link in the chat. New video that I'm going to play for you guys. So one quick thing. I did a short a couple of weeks ago, and here's the short. Already, check this out. Listen to this. Let's talk about the secondary market. Rolex is. I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing. Okay. Can you guys hear this? Just if someone could please do me a favor, just let me know if the audio is okay. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Make sure the audio is nice and crispy. This is a professional microphone, and make sure you guys can hear the YouTube. Okay. Let's start it over. If there are any problems or you can't hear it, someone type in something in the chat. Okay. So I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing. Okay. I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing, and that looks like a friggin' fantastic watch. It looks like a Richard Mille. I'm not sure it does. By the way, he was wearing this watch, this shirt, right after we did the Crime and Chronos show with Gene Borello. Coincidence? I think not. Sure if that's a 6702 or if that's like a 3502. I think it's 30. Richard Mille 3502. 502. It's a good watch, but let's it is a 3502, and the reason why I know that it's boom, busted. He's wearing the inventory. Richard Mille 3502, Rafael Nadal in carbon, black carbon TPT, 350,000. So he's wearing the inventory. These guys are wearing that's no secret. That's no secret that they take the watches that they're selling or that are on consignment, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with consignment as long as it's the right dealer. And he's wearing it. He's wearing the watch that someone, either they bought or is being consigned. I'm looking. Yep. So there you go. So I did this short. I know a lot of guys saw this short on YouTube or Instagram or wherever it got posted, right? And they actually bring it up. They actually bring it up in this episode. Someone who saw that short asked them a question. It's like, is this true that you actually wear the watches? Anyway, we'll get to that. That's coming up soon. Coming up. Let's see. We have Brooklyn in the chat. What's up, Brooklyn? Become a member. Any news on Anthony Fair, or is he behaving? He is behaving. He's scheduled to be released on June 30th, 2028. June 30th, 2028. Okay. And we'll do some live streams if I'm still even on YouTube in 22. I can't tell you where I'm going to be next week, right? Let alone in 2028. I'm going to be, people call me an old man now. I might be a very, very old man in 2028. So he's scheduled for release June 30th, 2028. Opus in time. Cheers, guys. If you're drinking something, cheers. If it's the beginning of the weekend, guys, let's celebrate. Beginning of the weekend. You sound great. Well, that's awesome. Microphone's working. That's good. He's wearing a Sopranos shirt. Yeah, he was wearing we did a Crime and Chronos interview with Gene Borello, an associate with the Bonaro crime family, talking about 47th Street and watches and theft. It was a really, really good episode. 3,000 views on YouTube, which is a lot for this little tiny channel. We usually got like a couple hundred views. So it was like 20x the normal viewership. So, by the way, people have been, not very many people say it, but I do tend to like smack my lips or like a little bit. Like if I take a sip of a cafe. I hope you guys don't mind. It's part of my just a click. It's just a little thing that I do. Anyway, MJ says, Opus in Time, big fan of your videos. Dropping. Thank you, MJ. Brooklyn, what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with it, but people are like, I noticed when I smack my lips, but I have a microphone that cuts out all the highs. It has actually 2 microphones built in, and if the volume, or if there's some kind of thing that goes past a certain level, it cuts it off and it uses the other mic. Pretty ingenious, actually. Capoeira says, this is the reason I will never buy from these thieves. That's a very strong accusation, Capoeira. I'm not saying that. By the way, the views and opinions, thank you. Brody I forgot to do this. Brody's going to be mad, but I'll do it now. The views and opinions of people who are in the chat or on the panel, and the views and opinions of OC do not, and I mean do not, represent the views of the original OC channel or Original, the brand LLC. We are not responsible for what those people say. Those people. But I want to talk a little bit about the Le Mans Daytona. Which one is your favorite Le Mans Daytona? Now, a lot of people say they like the white gold Le Mans Daytona because it was the original. And also, like, there's something about white gold. It's very cool looking, masculine, conservative. And the yellow gold is really flashy and blingy. The rose gold maybe had a tinge of feminine. I don't know. It's just like rose gold is not like a original alloy. Let's talk a little bit about that. And we're going to use Adrian's comment here as a springboard into the conversation about the Le Mans Daytona. Then we're going to talk about watches and what does it mean to wear a new and or unworn watch. And is it okay to wear the inventory? Because Roman, and if you see the thumbnail for the show, Roman and Adrian both got busted wearing the inventory. And that's something that was made famous, very famous, by the Timepiece Gentleman. Timepiece Gentleman kind of made it a point to like take someone's watch, grab it, wear it, and take it on vacation for like a week and a half, or go on a road trip, or do whatever he did. Okay. Space Ace is in the chat. What's up, Space Ace? Space Ace is he got that name because he's a gamer. That's his gaming name. And we got Leo says, I'm okay if they're wearing pieces that they own. Okay, so if they're pieces from their own inventory, it's their company. They should be allowed to do whatever they want with the inventory that they own. They are commingling though, like personal assets with company assets in a way, but they run the company, so they can do whatever they want. Does it bring up any insurance issues? I mean, does it bring up an issue if inventory is insured and has to be secured in a particular location and in a safe on the premises, and then they take a piece of insured inventory and then they put it on their wrist and they go out to dinner and they go on a cruise and it gets lost or damaged or stolen? Maybe that's an insurance question, but listen, you know what? Let's not worry about those boring things. But I'm okay if they wear the pieces they own, but not consigned watches. Let's listen in.
On that white gold Le Mans Daytona, which is a very interesting situation where I'm trying to think of another watch that, okay, there's rare Pateks out there that maybe there's a white gold variant and it's more expensive than its counterparts because of just supply, right? I remember like come to mind at 3,700 in white gold, first at 3,700 in yellow gold. Here's a watch, Le Mans Daytona, of course, we're talking about.
I pronounce it Le Mans, by the way. I don't say this. I don't say the S. I don't say Le Mans. Is it Le Mans in French, but it Le Mans in the United States in English? I mean, I just say Le Mans. I just say Le Mans. I don't go Le Mans. I don't like to go full French, but I also don't say Le Mans. I say Le Mans. Is it Le Mans or Le Mans? Let me know.
700 in yellow gold. Here's a watch, Le Mans Daytona, of course, we're talking about, where they make a white, yellow, and rose.
Now, they started off with the white gold one, the 100th anniversary of Le Mans, 2023, then introduced the yellow gold in 2024, and then the rose gold in 2025. And now all three models run concurrently in the off catalog. The white is still being produced, yellow is still being produced, and rose is still being produced. Arguably, the rose is the rarest because it's only been out for about a year, and very, very few have been made.
In a modern catalog, where the white gold is the most expensive on the market. It's also the one that was the first one released, but for whatever...
White gold, for Rolex, white gold is an interesting thing. There's certain models where white gold commands a premium, right? So, for example, if you look at the Daytona on Oysterflex, the white gold is probably, correct me if you think I'm wrong, jump on the panel. I'll drop the link here in the chat. If anybody wants to jump on and talk about any of this stuff that I'm talking about, not everybody is welcome. Don't get offended if you're not let on, okay? Some people are welcome. Some people, I got a particular flow, okay? Got a flow. If I think you're going to help the flow, welcome. You can join the panel. Peruka Swiss says no S. Okay. Easy E's in the chat. What's up, Easy? The N is silent. So Le Mans. There's no N and no S. Got it. You want the full French pronunciation. Le Mans. Alejandro Gilik is in the chat. And the S is also silent. Okay, so Le Mans. I don't know about that. I'm not going to pronounce it the French way. Like for so white gold Daytona on Oysterflex is considered, like that ghost one is considered more desirable than yellow gold or rose gold, except for the yellow gold with the turquoise blue dial, right? But generally speaking, and then there are other models where like a white gold Submariner is an absolute dog, and they discontinued it. They discontinued the white gold Submariner, formerly and lovingly known as the Cookie Monster. They got rid of the Cookie Monster. White gold Submariner is gone. White gold, that was a dog. They kept raising the price. And I think it's gone. and the white gold GMT. There's a white gold GMT with the green ceramic dial. It's called the Green Lantern or something, whatever it's called. But then there's the Superman, which is the white gold GMT with the blue dial, and then they have a white gold GMT with a meteorite dial, blue and red bezel, Pepsi meteorite, and the Pepsi Superman or whatever. And those I think are also gone. Those are gone. So those white gold models are a little bit more difficult. The blue was hard to sell. The meteorite did okay. It commanded a lot more like 3 years ago, and then it started kind of leveled down to like the $55,000 range. Expensive watches, but for the Le Mans, the white gold is the original. The white gold looks the best. It just is the best. So does it command a premium over yellow gold and rose gold? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It deserves to. This hobby is crazy. The hobby is crazy where just an alloy difference or a different color dial can mean $5, $10, $15, $20,000 difference. That's why it's important to buy from a reputable dealer, white tags, provenance, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? Because like the Hulk is like a pretty heavily counterfeited watch. Oyster Perpetuals, heavily counterfeited. Got to get the white tag, guys. Get the white tag. Cool? All right, let's keep going.
Reason it's $250,000 watch now, which is crazy.
I would simply put that on.
It's probably around between
the
230,000.
I think that it's.
He says 250. I think it's around 230. I've seen at the low point it was probably around 195. The white gold Le Mans. It's probably trickled back up a little bit, but would you buy? You think it's a good deal at 195? Let me know in the chat if you think the white gold Le Mans Daytona was a good deal at 195,000. Let me know. They've crept back up. They're probably around 235 now. Not quite 250, but I get Adrian likes the price just a little bit high.
Put that on the general public demand. I think that it's first of all it's the most low key. Second of all, it looks in a way. I feel like in a Wago version, it looks different enough where people can tell it's a Le Mans versus where the yellow and the rose, not so much.
Of course they can. They're
I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, the Le Mans dial is a pretty distinctive dial. It's black with white subdials. Unless no one's gonna. I hope people don't confuse the Le Mans Daytona for Speedmaster. Please don't do that. But in the Rolex lineup, the only models that would be black with white subdials like that would be a Le Mans Daytona, regardless of the alloy.
all ceramic bezels, and no regular Daytonas have a ceramic bezel like that.
Again,
That's another point. Good point, Adrian. That's the only full metal model. Well, the platinum Daytona also comes with a ceramic bezel, but aside from the platinum Daytona, which doesn't have a black dial with white subdials, the white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold Le Mans also come with a ceramic bezel, and almost all the other full gold variants don't.
There's nothing about it that
I
distinguishes
understand what you're saying, but I feel like from afar, you look at a yellow gold Daytona, a rose gold Daytona, or you automatically assume it being that. Where
I don't know what he's saying. Is he saying that if someone's wearing a yellow gold Le Mans, you don't think of it, you can't tell it's Le Mans, you just think of it as a yellow gold Daytona? I don't necessarily agree.
in a white gold, what options did you have in a white gold Daytona? You had the blue dial.
blue dial, black diamond dial. You had
Ooh, look at Adrian fucking boom. He rattles them off. Yeah, you got the blue dial, which was resurrected for 2025 in white gold. Yeah. White gold, you have the ghost, the steel dial, which is probably the most popular.
gray dial. I mean, there's no
He calls it gray dial. It's steel, I think it's called.
And then I guess
I don't know what the reason is. It's a matter of
It's easy. Well, the reason is it was the first It's the best looking. It's the one that's the most versatile. It's the most attractive. It looks good. Just the white, full white gold with the black and the white just looks better than yellow gold with yellow gold hands and yellow gold indices. So I think it goes white gold's the best, yellow gold second, rose gold third when you're looking at the Le Mans. Let me see here. Question. Let's get to the. Want to not ignore the chat completely. Let's see what we got here. Alejandro reminding everybody to upvote the live stream. That's a good reminder. Thank you. Do you think they'll do a platinum edition? MC Moz asks. I thought they were going to do platinum this year in 2026. So yeah, I think it's possible they'll do platinum Le Mans. Why not? Anything's possible. Anything is possible. And we got Yiddish Gambino, member of the OC channel, in the chat. By the way, if you have a star next to your name, you're a member. I appreciate it. Use your free member milestone chats, guys. Today's the last day of the month. Use it. If you're not a member, please become a member today. You get 1 month free. Your first month is free when you become a member. Did someone say ghost? Ghost of Yiddish Gambino in the chat. I felt a disturbance. Well, welcome to the chat. We're talking Le Mans, but we're going to transition quickly into what does it mean to sell watches as new and unworn? What are those definitions? Coming up momentarily. Don't go anywhere.
It's not a supply thing. It's just a pure demand thing.
How about the fact that it's the first one?
Client wanted, so it's client wanted.
Yeah, the first one. That's another reason. It was the first.
A rose gold or yellow gold Le Mans Daytona for whatever reason. So we quoted him prices, and then he went back and he's like, maybe white gold is like a little more for me, a little more understated. And I said, well, yeah, it's actually going to be more expensive.
Understated. They've used the term low key and understated, and I get it. It's not as flashy, but a white gold Daytona is still pretty recognizable watch. It's not. You don't get a white gold Le Mans Daytona or any Le Mans Daytona in order to fly under the radar. All right. You don't. So it's about making a statement when you have that watch. So is it a little bit more low key because it's not shiny yellow gold? Yeah. But no one's looking to be more under the radar wearing a Le Mans Daytona. The Grifty Wankers ask, can I cancel in the first month? Yes, you can cancel anytime. So you get 100% off your first month membership, and then you'll be charged the membership price after that. You'll get a reminder 7 days before your free trial ends, and you can cancel anytime. Okay? How about that? No, you have no excuse. No excuse, Mr. Wankers. And we got Andy Lewis, who's a member of the OC channel. Howdy, y'all. It's customary greeting from the Lone Star State. Awesome. Let's keep going.
He traded in a 6702 white.
Ooh. Traded in a Richard Mille 6702 ultra flat white TPT for a white gold Le Mans. And obviously a lot of cash back because these are probably 375 to 400,000 in the secondary, maybe even more, maybe 425 in the secondary. This is one of the most desirable. This is probably one of the top 3 most desirable Richard Milles in the market right now. 6702 and this variant. I think this is called the France edition because it has red, white, and blue like the French flag. It has black mid case. This is a really, really nice looking watch.
Came out of pocket on that, but it was just very interesting.
Yeah,
But
it was about a 10% difference.
About a 10% difference, yeah.
10% difference between white Le Mans and yeah, but when you're talking $300,000 or 200,000, 10% difference is 20 grand. It's a pretty big difference for just an alloy. But people pay more for a different color dial. People pay more for blue Royal Oaks than they do black dial. People pay more for Hulks versus regular Submariners. They do it all the time.
And time will show, I guess. I want to talk about counteroffer. Do we have any counteroffers today?
Counteroffer. Counteroffer is the segment where they answer viewer questions. Answer viewer questions. Dear Artifacts in the chat. Dear Artifacts, I'm a member of the OC channel. Thank you for being a member. And by the way, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but congratulations to a Father Artifact for what's coming up soon. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't know how public it is, but congratulations to Father Artifact. Dear Artifact, who's a member, says, frankly, most people that see a Le Mans in the wild think it's fake because they are uncommon to see. Well, I'm around people who do not have counterfeit watches. I'm in a group where we don't have clones, super clones, and replicas. We all have legitimate watches. And Jeff has a Le Mans Daytona, and Father Artifact has a Le Mans Daytona. And it's pretty awesome. I mean, it's amazing to have so many people in the community that have Daytonas. Boxer Fans has one. Barcelo even has one. So we have a pretty good group. A Space Ace asks a question. I'll pose this question to the chat. Would you take a Richard Mille over a Rolex Le Mans? Well, if I have to pay for it with my own money, I take the Le Mans, right? Because the Le Mans costs $60,000 retail, but it's worth $200,000 plus, right? Easy answer. Because listen, do not listen to people who say buy what you like. That's meaningless. I mean, yes, you have to like the watch, but don't just buy it because you like it. Don't buy what you love. These are like crazy things that the stupid nerds in the watch industry, like the watch hobby, try to tell people. Oh, just buy what you like. You like the aesthetic? Just buy it. No, absolutely not. The first question you have to ask yourself is it OC approved? And if the answer to that is no, then you don't buy it under any circumstances. So Richard Mille, of course I'd like to buy one. Rolex Le Mans, you buy that one because it's a great watch and goes for quadruple retail. There's no shame in saying that. Hey, Speedy Hernandez in the chat. He's a member of the channel. Good to see Speedy back in the chat. Speedy is in Hawaii. Are you still in Hawaii, Speedy? I'd like to go to Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. Speedy, do you have a guest house? I'd love to be. Can I crash with you? Speedy would probably push me in a volcano. Speedy, will you host me in Maui? Let me know in the chat. Is there an option for the 0.05% level membership? Or you mean 5 cents? 5 cents. Come on, Mr. Tudor, to you. One of the mods is going to block you. Become a member. It's not even a joke these days. It's embarrassing. Hey, we got Dub Crown, who's a member of the original OC channel, like number 21. Guys, we should have at least 30 likes right now. There's 9 people watching. I expect 30 likes. Do it right now. Come on, don't make me badger you. And we're going to continue on with this video. We're going to go to counteroffer. Boom, counteroffer. It's where people offer questions in the chat. And these guys squirm. They squirm in their little seats to try and answer these hot questions from the audience. Now, some of the questions are lame. Like, how come you guys don't do day in the life videos anymore? Your watch talk is boring. I like the boring watch talk. I think this is one of the better podcast style video shows on YouTube. It is. But that's the quality of all the watch content on YouTube is really, really low. So, but I like boring watch talk. So I like these guys. Okay. But, yeah, so watch content's really, really bad. So they answer, and the nerds in the chat ask these dumb questions. What's a good first watch for under $10,000? Seriously? You seriously don't know? I'm about to buy my first luxury watch. Should I buy Nomos, Tudor, or Omega? I'd like to spend the $10,000. Come on. It's exhausting. It's excruciating. The correct answer is buy what fat white guys on the golf course wear. That probably will not steer you in the wrong direction. You won't go in the wrong direction if you go that way. Just look at what the fat guys on the golf course wear. Shout out to shout out to Double Crown. That was a bad segue there. See, I could say shout out to Jeff, but then that would be mean and inaccurate. But if I say shout out to Double Crown, then you guys can draw your own inference. Well, why did I mention Double Crown? I don't know. Probably because he just typed in a comment in the chat. That's why. My favorite impersonation of all is OC doing the doofus watch enthusiast. No, what about Manny? What about Fat Manny? He's running, and he's huffing, and he's gonna get the watches for the fast flips. What about that guy? I don't really do impressions very well. But Speedy says, yes, I am. And yes, you can stay with me in Hawaii. Thank you very much. Speedy Horrendous. Easy E. Vintage Rolex. Go with vintage Rolex for your first watch. That's a good advice. Good advice. All right, let's see what this first question is here. Counter offer.
We do. Do we have anything positive to say?
Do we have any positive questions? Come on, it wouldn't be fun if you just pulled out positive questions to ask.
Every morning I talk to Adrian, and he brought up a ton of good topics, and we started arguing on some, and I'm like, no, let's save that for the podcast.
Save it for the show. Look at Adrian's face. Already he's annoyed. Here we go.
No arguing. Let's look at counteroffer. What do we got? Mr. Dadu, still 200K, bro. What are you talking about? Still a
I don't even know what they're talking about here. I'm just going to skip it.
I'm not really sure. Honestly, kind of strange to argue for $500 when you're buying a 100K plus watch.
I don't even understand that question either. I just don't understand that one. The people generally don't reread what they're writing in terms of the question. Here's a good one. Here's one that they covered last week, because Alex, who's the sales guy, said when he talks to customers, he goes, "Tell me what your budget is," or "What's your budget?" And Adrian said, "No, tell them how much would you like to invest, because watches are investments. How much would you like to invest?" And so now someone's asking a question about using the term invest.
Bedroor.
If someone's trying to sell me something,
and they said what Adrian said should be told to the customer, how much are you looking to invest? That would terminate the interaction immediately. Okay, so this guy is taking issue with what Adrian's advice. Adrian told Alex, listen, ask the customer, how much are you willing to invest? That's different than saying what is your budget, because the budget sounds like a cap, and this makes it sound like watches are good investments. So if you buy like a Breguet or a Blancpain or a Panerai or an old Hublot, you should be asking, how much are you willing to invest in the Hublot? How much are you willing to invest in that old Tudor? How much are you willing to invest in that pre-owned Panerai?
Bedroor.
if someone's trying to sell me something, said how much you're looking to invest, I would terminate the interaction immediately. Okay, so
this is Roman wasn't there for this, so let's see how Adrian handles this.
He's referring to is the following: when we were talking about a deal that Alex was structuring with one of his clients, and one of the things that I told him was, when you're talking to a client.
Brendan Boswell in the chat. Brendan Boswell. He's like a big new internet social media personality on Instagram and YouTube. We get all the big people. We have Opus and Time in the chat. We have Brendan Boswell in the chat. Speedy Hernandez. We've got all the watch celebrities. Leonardo DiCaprio, Brody, but he's here because he's my lawyer and has to monitor the channel to make sure we don't get sued. We got all the celebrities. Ryan Hofray's in the chat. What's up, Ryan Hofray?
And you're talking in terms of budget. I said try to change the word budget into invest, because what happens is
because watches are investments, and what we want to get people to think is that if they buy a Tudor Black Bay for $5,000, that's a good investment. So let's try and trick them into thinking that they're investing the money, right?
Logically, when you're asking somebody a budget, you're putting a cap on it.
Yeah, why put a cap on it? Why not just let them think that when they're buying Tudor or Hublot or Panerai, that they're investing their money, because investing is going to trick them into thinking that it's going to appreciate. And we want that. We want them to spend more. They'll spend more and more and more if they think it's something that's going to appreciate, right? And speaking of celebrities, Muhammad Ali, heavyweight champion of the world. He's the king of the Oyster Perpetual, king of the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. Always fun on a summer's evening, spending time with OC and community. Tell my wife that. I wish she would agree with you. No, she does. We're gonna go get ice cream. I'm starving. I'm gonna have a big dinner, and I'm gonna get 4 scoops of ice cream. I'm gonna go crazy tonight, guys. I want you to have an amazing weekend. By the way, tonight, Motley Crue, Extreme, and Tesla. I saw them on Monday night, but they're playing again tonight. Should I go again? Why not? Why not? Fucking love the Crew. I love the Crew. And by the way, tomorrow night, what's today? Friday? Is today Friday or Saturday? Right. Oh, tomorrow night is Rush, Madison Square Garden. Rush has already played 2 times, Madison Square Garden. Saturday is the third night at Madison Square Garden for Rush, the 50-something tour. Muhammad Ali is a member and one of the nicest guys. Great guy. He knows he buys the best watches. And please make sure you sell all Tudors, Zenith, and Omega. Get rid of those. Rid of them from your collection. Only buy Rolex or Patek, guys. Easy E says, wait, you have the lavender OP. No. Candy pink, baby. Candy pink. Check it out. The first one sold. First one sold in the world. Candy pink. Oyster Perpetual 41, the 41 millimeter size. It's the 134-300. Reach for the crown. Okay. Candy pink. Lavender is not very versatile. I don't have like purple shirts. I do have pink shirts. This one isn't pink, but I do have pink shirts that I wear in the summer. All right, let's keep going. Because budget is a bad word, but invest is a good word. You can invest in watches.
When you're saying what is your budget, it's not only a cap, there's also more of a psychological negative connotation.
Yeah, we don't want negatives. We don't want negatives when we're trying to get people to buy old Blanc Ponds and old Nevada Grenchens and Nixons, Tudors, old Datejusts. We want them to think of those as investments.
Than saying invest, because when you're saying you're invest, sometimes you're
That's
open
right.
to
you're open to spending more. You're open to spending more, right? You're open to, if you're going to invest in something that you think is an appreciating asset, instead of spending 5, why not spend 50? It's a good investment.
Down or coming up in price, and it's something that you're thinking long term. It's something you're thinking you want to enjoy, something you're thinking you want to park money in.
Lion. He's getting very close to saying that it'll make money, but it's something that did he say coming up in price?
Sometimes you're open to either to it than saying invest, because when you're saying you're invest, sometimes you're open to either coming down or coming up in price.
Oh, coming down in price. I love how he puts both spins on it. Like it's an investment, so it could come down or come way up in price.
And it's something that you're thinking long term. It's something you're thinking you want to enjoy, something you're thinking you want to park money.
Long term assets appreciate, right? You want to park money in it. Park money.
money in.
It's
It's
gonna
just more of a
grow.
positive.
But this you're talking about when we're selling something. I think what this guy's trying to say is that if he calls us and says, I want to sell my watch, and
Roman wasn't there. Why would he assume to know what the question is?
No. The guy was trying.
says, how much are you looking to?
Fucking Roman, shut up. Shut up, Roman. You weren't even there for the discussion with Adrian and Alex. Adrian knows how to interpret the question.
Oh, invest.
How much are you looking to invest?
Oh, I didn't. The camera.
So the guy.
I wonder what Roman's opinion is on investing, because he's the one for many, many years who said watches are great investments. And then he, after 2022, suddenly watches were no longer.
Guy was saying he had $30,000 that he wanted to spend. So Alex, in the conversation, Alex was talking about, I'll try to get you something around your budget, whatever the context was. I said
Some salespeople are really, really bad at sales. Some people in sales shouldn't be in sales.
I said change the word budget to invest.
Ryan Singer is in the chat. I got to pull this up. Ryan Singer. Reminding everybody to upvote the stream. Upvote the stream, guys. Let's get to 33 likes. I want to see 33 likes. If you just joined us, this is the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. I'm your host, OC, live from OC Patio. Check it out. Boom. Okay. OC Patio in effect. Want to thank Roman and Adrian for letting me play this video. The link to their channel is in the chat. And we play these videos consistent with the United States copyright laws under fair use.
It's just more a positive way.
And again, this is not us trying to tell people that you're investing, because
oh, yes, it is. Oh, it absolutely is. How much are you willing to invest? Oh, this is not us telling people that you're investing. What do you think the word invest means? Well, you're not. How much are you willing to invest? Well, we don't want people to confuse it with investing. Oh, man.
Word invest can mean this is not us trying to tell people that you're investing, because
hey, we got Father Artifact in the chat. He's a member of the OC channel. Hey, OC, hope all is well. Congratulations in advance. No one knows what we're talking about because it's not public, but congratulations in advance on the milestone. Thank you for all the support. And you've got a Le Mans. We were talking about the Le Mans earlier, specifically the white gold Le Mans, and why it's so much better than the yellow gold or the rose gold. By the way, if you're a member, you haven't been here for a long time, click on the currency icon. You may have a free member milestone chat. It's the last day of the month. Please use it. Say something insightful or celebratory or entertaining. Come up with something and use your free member milestone chats. Today's the last day. Maybe it's the last day. It's a free trial period. You get your first month for free. If you're not a member, Easy E, I'm looking at you. A couple people out there in the chat who aren't members. Become a member on a non-Apple device. Free. Your first month is free. Congratulations, Father Artifact. Big milestone for him coming up. Super nice guy. Such a cool guy. We went for cigars. Yeah, cigars at Club Macanudo. It's been too long. But by the way, I will see you at Watch Time New York. Curlock will be streaming live from. Some people don't know what Curlock is, so I'm not going to explain it. Curlock will be broadcasting live from Watch Time New York on Friday night at the VIP event. Don't miss it. And we're going to get the Curl, and Curlock's going to have his first Rolex by then.
The word invest can mean this is not us trying to tell people that you're investing, because the word invest can mean many things.
Yeah,
but
yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Why didn't I think about that? The word invest means a whole bunch of different things. It means, yeah. There's some, like, when I think of investing, like, there's like 6 or 7 definitions, different definitions of investing, right? So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people, it's like some people, like a very small minority of people, think of invest as like, allocating funds towards an asset that will appreciate in value and be a great long-term asset. But, there are other interpretations of it. It doesn't have to mean that. Because the word can mean many things, according to Roman. It doesn't, I think of it sometimes wrongly as allocating funds towards something that is a long-term asset that will appreciate in value. But, like invest in a home, invest in a stocks and bonds, invest in real estate. But what do I know? I mean, there are probably hundreds of different definitions of the term invest.
It's just more a positive way.
And again, this
For
is
somebody to
not
spend
this
money.
is not us trying to tell people
No.
that you're investing.
No, of course not. No, that would be silly. That would be silly. We're not trying to do that. We're absolutely not trying to do that.
Positive way.
And again, this
For
is
somebody to
not
spend
this
money.
is not us trying to tell people that you're investing, because the word invest can mean many things,
Yeah.
but it's not meant in its literal term, because what you're
No,
investing
no, it's not meant as investing. No, it's meant as one of the other definitions.
is you're investing into a piece of happiness, whether you're buying a watch.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's what I think. You're investing in happiness, guys. That's what they sell, happiness, kind of like Disney. You're not in, when we say, listen, how much are you willing to invest? It's about how much happiness are you willing to invest, not funds, that will be allocated to an asset that appreciates in value. We're talking about investing your happiness in a watch that you're going to wear and enjoy. That's the definition that we're trying to use. I don't know why you would think invest means something having to do with money. Well, that's not what we're trying to say. Not us.
A car or a luxury. That's what you're investing. You're investing into something that you're going to enjoy. But I see your point. Little words, can change. There's plenty
Little
of
words can make a big difference. Like the difference between budget and invest. Exactly. They're two totally different things. Like, how much are you willing to throw away versus how much are you willing to allocate towards an appreciating asset?
videos that I've watched for salespeople where they will simply change a few words around it in a sentence and it has a different connotation. As you said,
It's just the one thing, and you change the word. And on the same token, sometimes you could use the same word, and so on and so forth, and you're able to achieve the same outcome. And so, when we're talking to our salespeople, and we go through many salespeople, we teach them how important it is to convey to the customer that in a very educational way that they're investing, but it doesn't mean investing in the traditional sense, and so on and so forth. It means, on the same token, allocating happiness in a watch, and that's what we mean. Thank you.
all right. But again, if somebody's going to get turned off by that, it's not for everyone. Third,
Ooh, if you get turned off by using the word invest, someone tells you, and how much do you want to invest, and you're buying a watch, that's a turnoff. But if you think it's a turnoff, then hey, screw you. This place isn't for you. Shamba Basher's in the chat. We got Evan Hogenkamp. What's up? What's up, Evan? And Speedy Hernandez. Let's see, he has a member milestone chat, guys. And so I'm obliged to read it. How do I request a refund for the previous 12 months of membership dues? I need to speak with your man. No, actually, you can reach out to refunds@youtube.com. Refunds@youtube.com. Please allow 3 to 4 years for them to get back to you. It's a long queue, but it's refunds@youtube.com. Reach out to them. They'll take care of everything. They'll take care of you with white glove treatment. White glove treatment. Okay. Real quick. And hello, Evan Hogan Camp in the chat. He says, investing in happiness is an all-time line to justify buy. That's right. Well, that's true. For those of you who are just listening in, investing in happiness is an all-time line to justify buying watches. That's right. Don't set a cap. Don't set a cap on happiness. Like, I want to spend 10,000. Why would you only spend 10,000? Invest your happiness in a better way. Right? And look at this. An actual super chat from Shamba Basher. It's £5. £5. That's the first super chat this channel's gotten in weeks. but that's okay. We don't need super chats, but I appreciate the sentiment. If you guys want to super chat, that's all well and good. Shamba Basher, thanks, OC. I don't know why you're thanking me. Hey, by the way, we also have Whole Milk in the chat. Whole Milk, good to see you. There was also a comment earlier. It was held by YouTube, and I'm not sure if it actually made the air because it had YouTube flagged it for some reason. Let me see if it's here. Speedy, by the way, asks, when does the smart watch talk start? I don't think it will. Sometimes the title will be like watch expert talks about Rolex. Like sometimes the watch expert never shows up. I can only do my best. I can only do my best. Holbill says there are 23 meanings listed in the Oxford. That's true. See, why think of invest as having to do with money? It's about allocating happiness, right? Okay. And Shamba Basher again, I'm thanking you for having a channel that many of us enjoy. Shamba Basher, thank you so much. £5 super chat. Wow, that's so heartfelt. Oh, it's so sweet. Shamba Basher. It's pulling at my heartstrings. I'm gonna do a screenshot of this. First of all, let me do this real quick. Let me take Roman off the screen. Well, we can do it like that. There. Or I could just do this. Put on my glasses. Guys, you can screenshot this and post it to Instagram. There you go. All right, cool. Shamba Basher, 5. That's the total of 10 pounds in super chats. Let's go. Let's get this weekend kicked off. By the way, check this out. I did a short a couple of weeks ago. Here's what the short was. Ready? Listen to this. This is for you people just joining us. I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing. Okay. Yeah, nice watch. Richard Mille. I'm looking at the watch that Adrian is wearing, and that looks like a friggin' fantastic watch. It looks like a Richard Mille. I'm not sure if that's a 6702 or if that's like a 3502. 3502? Yeah. 3502, is it? Shout out to the Sopranos shirt. He was watching our episode with Gene Borello. I think it's 3502. 3502. It's a good watch, but let's it is a 3502. And the reason why I know that, boom. Boom. It's because he's wearing the inventory. He's wearing the inventory. Richard Mille 3502, Rafael Nadal in carbon, black carbon TPT. 350,000. So busted. He's wearing the inventory. These guys are wearing that's no secret. That's no secret that they take the watches that they're selling or that are on consignment, which, there's nothing wrong with consignment as long as it's the right dealer. And he's wearing it. He's wearing the watch that someone either they bought or is being consigned. I'm looking at okay. So now someone saw that on YouTube and they're like, no, it can't be true. They're not wearing the watches that they have in inventory. They're not doing that. Well, but they've been doing this for years. TPG made this famous. They've been doing it a long time. Hey, we got Horrocks watch. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Horrocks watch, £2 super chats, a flamingo blue highlighted super chat from the UK or wherever it takes British pounds. Invest in happiness, guys. Invest in happiness and buy a super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you for the kind words. That's right. This is don't invest your money with a super chat. Make it a show of happiness instead. When you're purchasing the super chat, don't purchase it with dollars. Don't think of it as don't use listen, guys, I want you to invest in the channel, but I don't want you to think of invest as like you spending your money to support my lifestyle. Because there's so many different definitions of invest. Okay. What I mean by invest is like you sharing your happiness with me through the purchase of a super chat. Okay. So when I say, listen, guys, I need for you to invest in the channel. This is a good investment. Super chats are good investments. I mean, you may wrongly interpret that as I'm trying to convince you that it's a great appreciating asset, which by the way, it is. It's an incredibly good investment. But there are other definitions. There are other definitions too. By the way, I'm not allowed to make any financial statements. So like any financial statements made during the course of the broadcast are done so in humor and comedy. Thank you, Horrocks Watch. Okay, so I did this short. Then what happened? Okay, someone saw the short and they're like, no, they're not wearing their own watch. They're not wearing inventory watches.
All right. But again, if somebody's going to get turned off by that, it's not for everyone. Third place is not AI.
Third place is not AI. Does Adrian
own all these RMs, or does
own all these RMs, or does he wear the stock, or is he wearing stock? That's exactly the question that I brought up in my YouTube short.
Third place is not AI. Does Adrian own all these RMs, or does he wear stock?
Not that
So
rich.
does he tell buyers
does he
their
tell the
watches have been
buyers?
worn?
Does he tell the buyers that the watches have been worn? Now, I need your guys' help. What's the definition of new? What's the definition of unworn? Think about it. Don't type in any answers. Just think. Because this is going to get really confusing and very nuanced. Okay? Think about it before you type it in really carefully. What does it mean for something to be new? What does it mean for something to be unworn? Okay? Because we're gonna examine, we're gonna scrutinize these definitions. Okay? Scrutinize these definitions because look at Adrian. He's thinking, what do you mean? I wore the what? Yeah, of course I wear the consigned inventory. Sometimes it's consigned, sometimes it's actually inventory that we own. And does that make a difference? I think it does make a difference. If they're converting company assets for personal enjoyment, that's not illegal. I don't think it's illegal to take company assets and use them for personal gain. I mean, with my own company, Original, the brand LLC, I'm always taking company assets like this Rolex Oyster, and I take it out of inventory. I take it out. It's technically an asset of the business, the asset of the business, right? Because I'm standing on business here, guys. I'm standing on business. I take it out of business and I convert it for personal use. Is that illegal? I don't think so. I think that's allowed under Internal Revenue rules. By the way, the show is entirely comedy, satire, and sarcasm, just to let you know. But I think Brody can affirm, like, for example, if I have a company car and I use it overwhelmingly and primarily for personal use, that's allowed. There's nothing wrong with that. So listen, they have company assets, these watches, and they're taking them, they take the watches out of inventory, and then they wear them on trips and overseas and to dinner and all, and they use them for personal use. Nothing wrong with that. And listen, if they're consigned watches, like they don't even belong to the company, they belong to some other guy. So they should be allowed to wear those too, because some guy says, listen, can you sell my watch? And they go, yeah. But in order for us to sell it, I need to know how it feels on the wrist, right? I need to know how does it feel? Is this the kind of watch that I would recommend to customer A, B, or C? In order to do that, I need to take it on a trip to Turks and Caicos and see how it responds. How comfortable is it in the sun? When I'm relaxing on the beach, how does it feel? When I'm poolside, on a vacation, is this the kind of watch that I could recommend to a customer? So Roman is right here. Well, a lot of times we think of these wrong definitions of what does it mean, invest. And I'm sure like we have wrong definitions of what unworn means or what new means. And they're going to school us. They're going to school us on what it means to be new, what it means to sell you an unworn watch. Just because they wore it doesn't mean it's unworn. That's the part that you guys don't get, and you guys are like very myopic in your viewpoints. You're like, oh, well, but OC, the term unworn literally has an UN in front of it. It means the opposite of worn. No, it does not. Okay. Look it up in the dictionary. Look it up in your Funk and Wagnalls. Unworn doesn't necessarily mean not worn. Okay. It could mean worn. As a matter of fact, overwhelming majority of the definitions of unworn mean worn, liberally worn. Worn in Turks and Caicos, worn on vacation, worn by the pool, scratched up on the wearing in the office. These are legitimate definitions of unworn. And that's the part where a lot of times as watch collectors, you guys get very strict in your interpretation of these terms. It's not conducive to good selling, to be so like to pigeonhole the term unworn into thinking not worn. That's not what it's all about. So here we go. Before I get into Adrian's response, let's see here. Hey, Mike Lewis is in the chat. What's up, Mike Lewis? The definition of invest is buying OC memberships. I'm not even sure if I read this. Did I read this? Cool. Thank you very much, Horrocks Watch. That's right. OC membership. This is invest in memberships. You're committing your happiness to support the channel. Okay, this face by Adrian is gold. Guys, screenshots are free. These guys provide the best screenshots. How do I answer this while I'm wearing somebody's watch? See, they're wearing somebody's watch and they get asked, oh, you don't wear somebody else's watch, do you? Brody, you got to follow the chat, guys. I'm not going to read every single person's comment, but let me know what you think. Tell everybody in the chat what is the definition of new and what is the definition of unworn. Okay. Space Ace, I see you got some thoughts on it. These guys, I mean, I'm gonna let you guys discuss. I'm not gonna jump in. Ed Blair is in the chat. What's up, Ed Blair? Ed Blair, welcome to the channel. Subscribe. Thank you for the comment. We cover all kinds of stuff here. All right, here we go. Let me hide this comment. Thank you very much, Gen G. Let's get to let's hear the answer. Can't wait to hear this.
Does he wear stock?
So
does he?
Does he own all the RMs that he wears, or does he wear stock? And does he even tell people? Does he tell people when he does it? Here we go.
Tell buyers their watches have been worn.
Oh, here we go. We got to have some time to think about this. We got to think while I'm wearing someone else's Longa on the wrist or whatever he's wearing.
I'm going to take that one. Every single.
Oh, Roman's not going to let Adrian even answer. The question was addressed to Adrian. Wait, why not let Adrian answer?
watches have been worn. I'm going to take that one. Every single
Roman, let Adrian answer. Let him think. Let him think a little bit. Come on. Let the guy think.
watch that's in the safe downstairs is accessible to every single individual in this place.
Oh, that's not something that I would want to admit. Any watches that are given to Luxury Bazaar are available to anybody in the building? What kind of nonsense asset control procedure is that?
Is accessible to every single individual in this place.
Every individual, even the janitor? Why would the janitor have access to $100,000 watches that are consigned with Luxury Bazaar? That makes no sense. I'm not making this up. This is what he said. Hold on. Let's turn on the closed cap, turn on the subtitles here. Every single watch that's in the safe downstairs, I'm reading along. Every single watch that's in the safe downstairs
is accessible to every
single
individual
in this place. So the shipping clerk has access to the safe and can take property that's owned by consigners and wear the watch and go on vacation? What does that even mean? Why would that be the process?
Stairs is accessible to every single individual in this place. And when you see that,
with the exception,
putting her on
oh, look at it. Adrian jumps in. Listen, wrong answer, boss. What did he just say? Look at Adrian. He's like, what did Roman just do? And that's why I love these episodes. These are the best. This has to be, I like CRM. I like 0 to 60 sometimes, really, but these guys do the best boring watch podcast on the internet. But look at Adrian's face. He's like, what did you just say?
To take that one. Every single watch that's in the safe downstairs is accessible to every single individual in this place. And when you see that,
with the exception,
with exception, like not everything. Like, what are the exceptions?
On our wrists, it's usually for the purpose of making a video.
If we wear the watches on vacation, it's because we want to make a short video of it while we're poolside in Turks and Caicos, right? And that'll help sell the watch, right? Because if I'm wearing like a Brigade Tourbillon or a $350,000 Richard Mille, we should show videos of it in its element. We need to sell a lifestyle. Okay, so sure, we'll take it. We'll go on a vacation because we want to shoot a video. That's why. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
Is accessible to every single individual in this place. And when you see that, with the exception, us putting her on our wrist.
Adrian is not happy. I love when Adrian cuts him off. Adrian's the best. Adrian just he always he's a straight shooter. When Roman's not telling the truth, or when Roman is like doing some kind of long-winded, rambling fucking answer, Adrian goes like, that's not why. That's the wrong answer. Gotta love Adrian.
It's usually for the purpose of making a video.
It's purpose of making a video, of course.
It's usually for the purpose of creating a piece of content.
Creating content, which is kind of like making a video, but different. We're making content, like maybe taking a picture. But I'm scrambling to come up with reasons. So even though creating a piece of content may be exactly the same as taking a photo or shooting a video, I'm scrambling to try and come up with other reasons. So let's see. How about, creating marketing collateral that we can put on the website in the form of a picture, or we're shooting a video about it, to take a video to show the customer what it's like on the wrist.
In this place. And when you see that,
with the exception,
us putting her on our wrists, it's usually for the purpose of making a video.
Look at the body language. Look at the body language. Look, what are we not seeing right now? What is suddenly not visible? Suddenly, just by happenstance, suddenly there's no watches on the wrist. Suddenly their watches are gone. Where'd they go? I'm not wearing a watch. No. Am I wearing a watch that's part of Original OC, the brand LLC inventory? No, I'm not wearing any assets. I'm not converting assets to personal use. I'm not doing that. Where'd the watch go? What happened? What happened here? All of a sudden, the consigned watches are nowhere to be seen. It's amazing how the body language completely changes, right?
Stock.
Not that
So
rich.
does he tell buyers their watches have been worn?
I'll take this one.
I'm going to take that one. Every single watch that's in the safe downstairs is accessible to every single individual in this place.
Awful answer. Awful answer. Roman, why would the editor keep this in? Who's in charge of the marketing there? Why would you keep this in the video? Why wouldn't you edit this out? This is ridiculous. What's going on over there? I'm being serious. What the fuck's going on over there? Why would you publish that answer? That's fucking crazy town. Fucking crazy town.
Downstairs is accessible to every single individual in this place. And when you see that,
With
us
exception.
putting it on our
Adrian's not happy at all. Adrian's like, please stop. Can I interrupt? Can I do something? With exception. Like not people's watches.
wrists, it's usually for the purpose of making a video. It's usually for the purpose of creating a piece of content, usually, or
That's a tell. Yeah, see, look at this right here. Now the watch. What's going on here?
for the purpose of making a video. It's usually for the purpose of creating a piece of content, usually, or sometimes.
And now,
for the
boom. Now the watch
purpose of
is
just have it on your wrist, see how it feels, so that we can in turn
Yeah.
share that information. Purpose of making
watch is suddenly gone. No watch.
a video. It's usually for the purpose of creating a piece of content, usually, or sometimes for the purpose of just have it on your wrist, see how it feels, so that we
Yeah,
can
see how it feels. We want to see how it feels because we have to be able to see how it feels so we can be experts in educating the customers, educating the prospective customers about the watch. We want to listen. I want to know how watches feel. So I'm going to take it to Turks and Caicos for a couple of weeks, wear it on the wrist so I can speak in an educated way about what it means to own this timepiece.
in turn share that.
And that's not conversion of company assets for personal use. It's just not.
Information. Now, when we say wear stock, wearing something around the office, there's a very strict process of how that happens. First of all, we have
Oh shit. Now Roman's gonna go on one of his long fucking tangents. Now, when it comes to the process for taking watches out of the safe and allocating them and so on and so forth, there's a very strict process. On the same token, if someone wants to take a watch for a particular reason, we will inform the people who are responsible for the allocation of the asset to fill out the appropriate forms. And on the same token, we will monitor the asset to ensure the appropriate use and that
of creating a piece of content, usually, or sometimes for the purpose of just have it on your wrist, see how
that's
it
right. Just for the purpose of wearing it. For the purpose of wearing it. Nothing wrong with that.
feels, so that we can in turn share that information. Now, when we say wear stock, wearing something around the office, there's a very strict process of how that happens. First of all,
Strict process about when you wear a watch in the office. There's a strict process.
what we have is a logistics manager that handles all the watches that on a daily basis come upstairs to the sales bid to me, to Adrian, right? And oftentimes, believe it or not,
Do you think they're filling out forms every time they grab a watch out of the safe and put it on their wrist? You really think they're filling out a form and it's going to like the logistics manager for approval? And the logistics manager's like, yeah, let me review your application to take this $350,000 resure meal to dinner tonight and back. Let me see. Oh, stated reason to create content. I want to shoot a video. Or reason number 3, I want to see how it feels on the wrist. Okay, application approved. Oh, what's your today? What's your application? Oh, I want to take this Breguet fucking tourbillon. That's worth like $100,000. Oh, well, what's your reason? I would like to shoot a video and understand what it means to take this watch on vacation for 2 weeks to Turks and Caicos, so I can explain to my customer what it feels like on the wrist. Oh, okay, application approved. You really think there's someone like who says no, you can't take that one?
Sales bid to me to Adrian, right? And oftentimes, believe it or not, the easiest way to expose a product to a potential client is to have it on mine at Adrian's risk, because people always
Exactly. That's the best way to sell is for us to wear the watches.
Speaking of which,
It's just, it happens to be a coincidence, but it's also the best way.
yeah,
And if we want to buy it, we buy it. But the idea is
oh, so if we want to buy it, we buy it. So in other words, it may not even be a bought watch. Oh, that was a mistake.
we say wear stock, wearing something around the office, there's a very strict process of how that happens. First of all, we have a logistics manager that handles all the watches that.
And the logistics manager has to approve our applications. If we need to take the watch to Turks and Caicos, the logistics manager is going to review our application, is going to vet our reasons, and they may decline our application.
Daily basis, come upstairs to the sales bid to me to Adrian.
On a daily basis. That's how pervasive it is. Listen to that carefully.
All the watches that on a daily basis come upstairs.
On a daily basis, watches are coming from the safe up to upstairs to be used, converted to personal use, or to be used in a video, or just for us to wear on the wrist, right? On a daily, that's how pervasive it is on a daily basis. His words, not mine.
First of all, we have a logistics manager that handles all the watches that on a daily basis come upstairs to the sales bid to me to Adrian, right?
The sales pit. The sales pit. Was one guy.
And oftentimes, believe it or not, the easiest way
for us to sell the watch is for us to wear the watches. We can't enjoy the watches. We can't enjoy the watches unless they've been worn by us.
Expose a product to a potential client is to have it on mine at Adrian's risk, because people are always curious. Speaking of which, what do you have?
And if we want to buy it, we.
Speaking of, now he tries to change the subject. I'm not going to let Adrian answer. I want to change the subject. Like, first of all, he's jumping in. The question was for Adrian. He jumps in, he answers it. He fucking flubs the answer. Completely flubs the fucking answer. Says a whole bunch of shit he shouldn't have said. Like, well, we wear the watch on vacation because we want to take a picture of it. We do this on a daily basis. We have a logistics manager that approves it every time we do it. And now he doesn't even want Adrian to answer.
A potential client is to have it on mine at Adrian's risk, because people are always curious. Speaking of which, what do you have?
And if
Speaking of which, what do you have on the wrist? Don't answer the question. But Adrian's not having any of it.
Potential client is to have it on mine at Adrian's risk, because people are always curious. Speaking of which, what do you have?
And if we want to buy it, we buy it.
Oh, he ignores Roman. He completely ignores Roman.
And is to have it on mine at Adrian's risk, because people are always curious. Speaking of which, what do you have?
And if we want to buy it, we buy it. But
this is before they buy it. And if we want to buy it, in other words, these are all consigned watches that get sent in. And then they wear it, and then they just decide whether or not they buy it or ship it back. Holy crap. This is insane. This is insane. By the way, keep thinking about what the definition of new and unworn is. Feel free to offer those up in the chat. We got Dr. Sheffield in the chat. What's up, Dr. Sheffield? I don't know who you are, but welcome to the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. We've got the original Diego M in the chat. What's up, Diego? Unworn means not owned by an end user. Duh. Well, some may beg to differ. Idea is
Here's a better way to frame this. I will
What do you
not.
have on
I
your
Here,
will,
let me look at Roman's interrupting again.
if we want to buy it, we buy it. But the idea is here's a better way to frame this. I will
What do you
not.
have on
I
your
will not wear something that is brand new.
Yes.
I will not wear something that is brand new. Okay, now I'm going to jump in here because how would they wear something that's brand new? Because in order to have something that's brand new, call me crazy, but brand new means that you are the first original owner. Okay, that's when I think of brand new. I bought the watch from the AD. That watch is brand new. I'm buying it from the original source of sale. And that person is buying a brand new watch. Immediately after that, it's no longer brand new. Okay, new means it's unsold and then it gets sold. Okay, the second it is converted from unsold to sold, it's not new anymore. At least in the definition of sales, right? If you're selling a new watch, the new watch has to be unworn and unsold to anybody else. Correct? That's what it means to be new. New means it has not been sold. So how is Adrian getting a brand new watch? They like to confuse people by dropping these terms. It's new, it's unworn. By the way, Moda, you can't use the word new. In Moda, you cannot use the word new because nothing in Moda is new. And they know that. And they recognize that. If you put a listing in Moda and you put the word new, it's rejected because there are no new watches in Moda. Every single watch on Moda and every single watch in any secondary reseller, unless they're buying it direct from the brand and it's never been sold to an end user, those watches aren't new. Agree with me? Disagree? Whatever.
Now,
So that's
all of our
66
watches do go through service. All of our watches. So
All of our watches do go through service. Well, wait a minute. Well, why would they have to go through service if they're brand new? Adrian just said that he will not wear a watch that's brand new. Well, if they're getting brand new watches, why would they service them?
wear something that is brand new.
yes.
This is like the answers are all conflicting and contradictory.
Now,
So that's
all of our
66
watches do go through service. All of our watches.
All of our watches go through. Why would you need to send a brand new watch? Adrian just said, I won't wear a watch that's brand new. Okay, well, why would you send a brand new watch to service? Sounds stupid to me.
So when we do put them on, what do we do? We're super careful with them. This happens.
Oh, we're super careful. That's, when we do put them on, we're super careful. That makes it okay.
To be a personal watch, so you may see me bang this watch.
Oh, this one happens to be a personal watch. Okay, there you go. Personal watch. So, by the way, a couple of weeks ago, hold on a second here. Hold on, since we're talking about it. Let's just hold Roman. Got to hold Roman's feet to the fire. Okay, got to hold Roman's feet to the fire. How do we do that here? Roman Sharf videos. Okay. Let's pull this up. Let's hold Roman's feet to the fire. Let's check this out. Ready?
Skeleton kick. I was rocking the 5180 skeleton
I was rocking the 5180.
on a bracelet Tech Philippe, and then you bought this the other day, and I
Yes.
saw it on your desk, and I immediately grabbed
Is
it.
that his personal watch?
The skeleton brigade is funny because we had
Skeleton Brigade. He's wearing a Skeleton Brigade.
a desk, and I immediately grabbed it. The skeleton brigade is funny because
Okay, so he's wearing a Skeleton Brigade. Okay, hold on a second here. Wearing a Skeleton Brigade. He says that, I happen to wear I'm wearing my personal watch. This is from a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So, well, okay. Well, we know that the we know that the RM isn't a personal watch. Okay. Let's see. Let's do a search on Luxury Bazaar for Breguet. See if there's a Breguet tourbillon. Oh no. Oh no, Roman. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. He doesn't. I thought he was wearing a personal watch. Thought he was wearing personal watch. Let's see here. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Okay, I'm wearing a Breguet skeleton. You see this? Breguet skeleton. Boom. Oh. Looks like the exact same watch to me. Breguet Classique Tourbillon 3355 PT. It's for sale for $97,950. But, you know, the way he's wearing it, because that's the best way to be able to take a picture of it. The best way to take a video is to take it on vacation, take it to Turks and Caicos. You know what I mean? All right. All right. So back to this week's episode.
Put them on. What do we do? We're super careful with them.
We're super careful. We're super careful, guys. We're super careful about everything. We're super careful. When we put on a watch like this RM35 Rafael Nadal, which watch this right here.
One day, 4th of July, Uzi, for the most part. What are you wearing?
What are you wearing? What are you wearing?
3502. I had to match the shirt, match the outfit.
3502.
You know what I'm saying? Black on red.
Black on red, 3502, baby. I love it. What? Say what? Say what? Wait a minute. That's not your personal watch? I had to take a picture. So, you know, the number one reason why we're wearing these watches on extended vacations or out to dinner or whatever is because I want to take a picture of it. I got to take a picture of it. By the way, upvote the live stream, guys. There's no reason why we shouldn't have at least 40 likes. I want someone to be the 40th like in the chat. And once you become like number 40, please enter your comment. Say, I was like number 40 in the chat. Hey, we got the real Tim G. £2 super chat. Hey, that looks like my RM. Thank you, Tim G. Appreciate the super chat. Vimal says it's like like the valet taking your car for a spin. Yeah. What if you said, hey, I'm at the airport. I'm going to park my car here. The valet takes it. And then while you're on vacation for 2 weeks, the valet guy drives it. I don't know. Is that right? Is that wrong? I don't know. Crazy talk. All right.
Watch. So you may see me bang this watch. We happen to.
I can bang it. It's fine.
You wearing now?
He spelled my name wrong too. I hate that. That's a pet peeve for me.
Ooh, he spelled my name wrong. I don't spell his name wrong. I know how to spell Adrian.
That's the latest way to spell it. I'm wearing a Longa 1 perpetual calendar with the salmon dial.
Longa 1 perpetual calendar salmon dial. Hold on a second. I hope that's his personal watch. Let's find out. Luxury Bazaar. Let's do a search for Longa. It probably is. It probably is his personal watch. Yes, it is. I think it is. Cool. Let me just see real quick. Salmon dial, moon phase. I think it is. Okay, so there you go. That's his personal watch. I don't see a Longa salmon dial moon phase on the website. All right, let's keep going.
White gold, limited edition. We have not had this watch here, I don't think, ever. and I think it's one of the most interesting
Okay, so it's not his.
perpetual calendars. You know, this very much reminds me of like the inline perpetual from Patek, not because it's similar in terms of its.
Oh, we're shifting to watch talk, guys. We're shifting to watch talk. We're gonna talk about the watch. We're gonna talk about perpetual calendars, guys. I like the look of this. I like Patek perpetual calendar. We're gonna talk about perpetual calendars. We're not, and the fact that this guy spelled his name like a girl's name, but we're not gonna talk about. Maybe we are gonna talk about what's the definition of worn. What does worn mean versus unworn? Adrian, are you gonna address that?
Readability. No, it's not not in terms that it's the same functionality, but the fact that you have a perpetual calendar that's not your
Yeah.
typical looking perpetual calendar with a lot of subdials and essentially looks the same.
Great answer. This is an awesome answer.
You have so many different things happening.
Like Roman's looking at him like, yeah, but are you going to address the question, the issue at hand here? Like, you're wearing an inventory watch. Are we allowed to do that? And why do we do it? Please address the question.
It's so legible, and it's just beautiful.
Legible. There you go. Legible. Let's shift in the watch talk.
But just one of the things I've always done is they kept symmetry, right? And
symmetry. When you think of Longa, the first thing you think is symmetry. And when we think of a Longa 1, the first thing that comes to your mind is this is extremely symmetrical.
Keep that symmetry. They starting
Symmetry.
with the Longa 1 that has that perfect symmetry, right?
Perfect symmetry. Shout out to that's one of my favorite albums, by the way. Perfect Symmetry, by Fate's Warning. Perfect Symmetry by Fate's Warning. I know this is like way out on a tangent. But Perfect Symmetry by Fate's Warning is one of the best albums of all time to me.
And when they went I remember, to the time zone, the one thing they never wanted to take away from is that actual symmetry. And
symmetry.
And
that question is gone. We're now in full watch talk mode.
At the end of the day, they've achieved that with that. And I'm going to go to I'm wearing the green liner, and this is the Mojo Streamliner.
Ugly. Okay. Is that a watch that's consigned? Moser. Oh no. Interesting. Moser Stream. Do they have that on their website? Nope, it's not on the website. To Roman's credit, it's not on the website. Maybe they sold it already, or maybe it was never in inventory. There you go. Moser Streamliner.
First one they made with the green dial, one of my favorite watches. You heard the term green liner here first. I'm the one that came up with
green liner. He coined the name green. The nickname for this watch is the green liner.
Anybody asked, I'll have it on camera. And look,
trademark it.
Does unworn still mean unworn?
Oh, here we go. Roman can't let it go. Cannot let it go. We need to keep going. Does unworn still mean unworn if
camera? And look,
trademark it.
Does unworn still mean unworn if we wear it here? Absolutely.
There we go. That's the answer. Does unworn still mean unworn if we wear it?
Trademark it.
Does unworn still mean unworn if we wear it here? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, there we go. All credit to Roman.
Market.
Does unworn still mean unworn if we wear it here? Absolutely not. Because you have to understand something. In order for us to sell a particular product, we have to handle that product. And we have to have the ability to put that product on a wrist, anybody.
So nothing that they sell is unworn then? Because in order for them, according to Roman, in order for us to sell a product, we have to wear the product.
Handle that product.
We have to handle the product. In order for us to sell a product, we have to handle the product. Therefore, nothing that we sell can be unworn.
And we have to have the ability to put that product on a wrist, anybody's wrist. Salespeople do it all the time, to take pictures, to take imagery. So all the media that you get out there, it doesn't happen magically. But the one thing we do know is how to properly handle watches, though this have already been.
But it's not unworn. It's not unworn. So according to Roman, nothing that they sell is unworn because they have to have the ability to handle the watches, take photos, wrist shots of the watches, have salespeople shoot videos of the watches. So no watches can ever be unworn.
Through service, those have already been. All the media that you get out there, it doesn't happen magically. But the one thing we do know is how to properly handle watches. Those have already been through service. Those have already
Oh,
been
so we're gonna handle the watches after they've gone through service. So after they've gone through service and been touched up, then we're gonna handle them.
polished if need be. That will stay in the same condition. Just because
They're gonna stay in the exact same condition because we're very careful about how we handle the watches. Are you guys following? Are you guys following along?
somebody tries something on at a store, when you go to a watch store, do you try on a watch? Does that make it worn? No.
Do you, when you go to a watch store and you try on a watch, say if it's in a secondary store, you're trying on a watch that if you don't buy it, it's going to be sold to somebody else, and you tried it on. Maybe when you buy a watch, you buy a pre-owned watch. A lot of people wore it. A lot of people tried it on. You go to an auction, you can view watches in the auction. Lots of people try on the watches. Does that make it worn? I would argue yes, it does. It does, and by his own definition, it does. But that's why Rolex has exhibition only, so you can try on samples. You can try on sample watches and never have to buy a unworn watch.
No, it
Or
doesn't.
if somebody purchases something out of the watch store, they get an allocation for a stainless steel Daytona. You walk in the store, you get the call, they put it on your wrist, they size it. Is that now worn?
That's a good question. Is it worn if you wear it? If you wear it out of the AD, is that considered worn? What if you take it from the AD and you immediately put it back in the box, and you don't get anything on it, you don't get any scuffs, no scratches, nothing, and then you never touch it again? Is that unworn or worn? But when you take the watch on vacation, let's say you send it to service, you get it touched up, you get it polished, refinished, all that stuff, and then you take photos, and then you put it on the wrist and you take it to Turks and Caicos. Is that now worn, or does it remain unworn because we know how to handle it?
That make it worn? No, it doesn't.
Or if somebody purchases something out of the watch store, they get an allocation for a stainless steel Daytona. You walk in the store, you get the call, they put it on your wrist, they size it. Is that now worn?
Yeah. Is that, I don't know. Is he going to answer his own question? Is that worn? What do you guys think? Is that worn?
And then you sell it to me.
Yeah. Is
Right.
that worn?
And then you sell it to Roman. But Roman doesn't sell it as unworn. He sells it as worn, according to his definition, because nothing that they sell can be unworn because everything has to be handled.
I guess it's somewhat of a gray
I would
area,
say it's
but,
not-
but anything that is
What did he say? What did he say?
Is
Right.
that worn? Is that like-
I guess it's somewhat of a gray
I would say
area,
it's
but,
not
but anything that is
Ooh, yeah, Adrian didn't finish his sentence.
worn within the premises of the business, and I'm not saying for a prolonged amount of time, but for a purpose, it's not considered worn. Same way.
Oh, wait a minute. Now he's reversing himself. Now he's saying it's not considered worn. This is a complete 180. He answered it a completely different way earlier. He said nothing that we sell is unworn. Everything that we do here, everything that we sell, we have to be able to handle it. We have to be able to put it on the wrist. We have to be able to photograph it, take videos of it. So nothing that we sell is unworn. And now he's saying if we handle it here in the premises, it's not considered worn. Thank you very much for that message. Appreciate it. Thank you. So am I crazy? Like literally 30 seconds ago, he said, listen, every watch that comes in here, we handle it, we service it, we take photos of it, we put it on the wrist. So nothing that we sell is unworn. And now, miraculously,
But anything that is worn within the premises of the business, and I'm not saying for a prolonged amount of time, but for a purpose, it's not considered worn. Same way.
it's not now all of a sudden it's not considered worn. He just said it was worn. He literally just said when he answered it the first time. Let's go back and play it. Okay.
Absolutely not, because you have to understand something. In order for us to sell a particular product, we have to handle that product, and we have to have the
Listen carefully. If we wear it here, is it still unworn? His answer, absolutely not.
Market.
Does unworn still mean unworn if we wear it here? Absolutely not. Because you have
Absolutely not.
to understand something. In order for us to sell a particular product, we have to handle that product. And we have to have the ability to put that product on a wrist, anybody's wrist. Salespeople do it all the time, to take pictures, to take imagery. So all the media that you get out there, it doesn't happen magically.
Yeah, so therefore, it's not unworn. That's what he said. Absolutely not.
Trademark it.
Does unworn still mean unworn if we wear it here? Absolutely not. Because you have to understand something. In order for us to sell a particular product, we have to handle that product. And we have to have the ability to put that product on a wrist, anybody's wrist. Salespeople do it all the time, to take.
So it's not unworn, right? So they have to be able to handle it. So it has to be unworn. Now, here we go. Just a few minutes later.
But anything that is worn within the premises of the business, and I'm not saying for a prolonged amount of time, but for a purpose, it's not considered worn. Same way.
He literally answered it two different ways.
If you go into a store tomorrow and you try on 10 different watches, and then the next person comes in after, tries on those 10 watches, as long as you're not an idiot, drop it on the floor and scratch it, it is not a worn watch. Let's move on to the.
Oh. So then he picks an extreme example, like, 10 people try on watches, and so that's still unworn, right?
Next one.
All right. So fascinating. By the way, StreamYard, please clip it. Please clip any segments where we're talking about the definition of unworn. Thank you, StreamYard. Clip it, Mookie. Now, amazing. Now I want to fast forward to the end of the video where they talk about the actual name of the business. And Adrian is not happy with the name Luxury Bazaar, and he wants to get rid of it, the name. He really wants to get rid of the name. So let's see here. There's a part here where they talk about it. Let me just. Here we go.
Successful retail business, and the conversation, I've had this conversation with you for the better part of a decade, where I've said this many times over, that the name Luxury Bazaar could definitely use
this is like a stab in the heart, right?
I love the name Luxury Bazaar. I came up with Luxury Bazaar. I thought of like a flea market for used watches. And on the same token, bazaar also means like wacky. So I thought it was a great play on words, and it's easy to spell. So Luxury Bazaar. I thought it was perfect, and so on and so forth. So that was a fun segment about the definition of new versus unworn. I'll let you guys figure it out in the chat. I don't know, but he seemed to contradict himself there. What do you think about the name Luxury Bazaar?
For the better part of a decade, where I've said this
for over a decade, Adrian has been unhappy being associated with the company Luxury Bazaar.
Many times over, that the name Luxury Bazaar could definitely use
this is like a stab in the heart, right?
You stabbing me right in the heart here.
It's a stab in the heart.
It could use some editing.
So I do agree with it, as much as it hurts me, right? When I originally came up with the name Luxury.
Of course, I came up with it. I came up with it.
Agree with it, as much as it hurts me, right? When I originally came up with the name Luxury Bazaar. When I originally came up,
look how they spell it. Look how Google spells it. Bizaarre. That's not even a way to spell bazaar. That's crazy. We're gonna do this last segment, guys. This last segment's gonna take 25 minutes. 25 minutes to do, and then I'll let you guys go on with your day. Ashley K is in the chat. Ashley, welcome. Become a member today. Become a member, guys. It's July 31st, last day to become a member in the month of July. That's a true statement. If you want to become a member in July 2026, today is your last day to do it. If they change the name from Luxury Bazaar to something else, that Alex guy, that's right, the sales guy that they have that works there is going to be shit out of luck with that Luxury Bazaar tattoo he got. He got a Luxury Bazaar tattoo. That's crazy. Yeah, I think he got like an L, like the LB logo, which is like isn't even like a good looking logo. He got like the LB logo like on his hand or something. He might force them to change the name of the company to something that starts with an L and a B just to be consistent with Luxury Bazaar. Guys, if you were changing the name of Luxury Bazaar to a 2-name brand new trademarked brand, but it had to be L and B, what would it be? The first 5 creative people in the chat to come up with very, very funny answers will be rewarded by having your company names pulled up. Maybe, if they're clean. You need to change the name of Luxury Bazaar to a 2-word company, LB, but because Alex has the LB tattoo on his hand, so we can't change it to something else. That would be wrong. Be very disrespectful. Brody, General Counsel of the OC channel, says 45 upvotes. We really have 45 upvotes? Let's get to 50 upvotes, guys. 50 is the number. 50 is the magic number that we need. We have 50 people watching? I don't think that's right. I think we have 9. I think we're up to 9 people watching. It's pretty good. Guys, upvote the live stream. Let's get to 50. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. If you want to become a member, it's the last day in the month of July 2026 to become a member. Free. Your first month is free. First month is free. We need names that start with LB or whatever brand you want. See, the thing is, like, Adrian's problem is he doesn't like the word bazaar. Like, bazaar is like, come on. You guys are funny. You guys are funny.
The word bazaar means a market, right?
It means flea market. Look at Adrian. Look at Adrian laughing. Bazaar literally means, like, if you ever watch the movie Aladdin, the animated movie Aladdin, like, a bazaar is literally like a fucking, like a dirt area with like people set up fucking tents and they have like, and they're trading like used stuff. That's what a bazaar is, right? I was in Turkey a couple of weeks ago. We went to Athens. We went to Rome, Mykonos, Naples, Sicily, and then one of the stops was Turkey. They have a bazaar there, right? It's not a flattering term.
When I originally came up, the word bazaar
and the reason why it's not flattering
means a market, right? That's what it means. Right?
It's because you can see the look on Adrian's face when he tries to defend it. All right, see? This is Adrian saying, come on, that's not what bazaar is. Bazaar is, it's not good. Not good.
When I originally came up, the word bazaar means a market, right? That's what it means, right? And
he doesn't even...
where I grew up back in the Soviet Union, I lived in a city called Odessa, and they had probably one of the most famous.
Isn't Odessa? Is Odessa in the Ukraine? Where's Odessa? Oh, I'm thinking of Aleppo. Aleppo's in Syria, right? Aleppo, Odessa. Is Odessa in the Soviet Union? I thought it was Odessa was like in Ukraine. Maybe not. I don't know.
I lived in a city called Odessa, and they had probably one of the most.
And they had a bazaar there. It was a bunch of dirt. It was like a dirt area with some people with some makeshift tables and a tent, and they put the junk on the table and they tried to sell it. That's what a bazaar is.
There's bazaars in all of Soviet Union. Everybody knew about the Odessa bazaar, which was called something else in Russian, but whatever, doesn't matter.
Odessa bazaar.
And I kind of went that route because in my mind, when I was building Luxury Bazaar, I said, oh, wait a minute, this is very scalable, and as
you were trying to be eBay.
Yeah, I was trying to be eBay.
It's Screenshots are always free, guys. What's he doing? What is he doing here? What was he licking off the table? What the hell is Adrian doing? Jesus Christ. Liquid Bazaar. Maybe Liquid Bazaar.
Yeah, I was trying to be eBay. I was trying to sell helicopters and cars.
Why didn't they edit that out? Like, don't they have a professional editor?
And as a
You were
young
trying to
kid-
be eBay.
Yeah, I was trying to be eBay. I was trying
Come on, Capoeira. That's not nice. Come on.
to sell helicopters and cars and everything else under the sun. And I
Roman was going to sell helicopters on Luxury Bazaar.
realized that starting the business with 12 grand, you're not exactly going to go into selling helicopters. And it's better to stick to one thing than many. So we settled with watches and jewelry, right? And the idea behind Bazaar is I didn't want one name that's going to tie me to something. Chrono 24.
It's not, yeah, we don't want something that ties us into cheap junk goods that you find on a makeshift rug thrown out on a dirt road on the side of the street. We don't want anything associated with that.
Watch name, right? Wrist check. Great watch name.
Well, do you think Chrono 24 is a good name?
Chrono 24. Great
Chrono 20. I'm not convinced Chrono 24 is a great name.
watch name.
It's been ingrained into us as the largest marketplace for watches, but I don't think of Chrono 24 as a great name.
Wrist check. Great watch name.
Wrist check, by the way, customary wristwatch check. Let's do a customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Breguet Mariner. Absolutely love this watch. Check it out. It wears very comfortably on the wrist. The Breguet. Absolutely love it. Learn more at delraywatch.com. Link in the description below.
Who else?
Bezel. Great.
Bezel.
watch name.
Great watch
Bezel?
related
Bezel? Awful name.
name.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I didn't
By the way, 38% of the watches that get sold on Bezel get rejected for not being, for whatever reason. Inappropriate descriptions, counterfeit, aftermarket parts, not as described. 30. Don't buy from Bezel.
want when I first made the name Luxury Bazaar. And, you know, I even made the motto, a place where nothing is ordinary. Like I can
A place where nothing is ordinary. Luxury Bazaar, a place where nothing is ordinary.
come up with that as well.
Which means
because
nothing.
The idea
Fucking Adrian. Boom. Oh, Adrian. Gotta hand it to this guy. This is the best watch podcast. And I'm glad you don't have to watch the whole thing. You could just call it. You could just come here and watch the highlights because you always get the best highlights here. Why don't they just call it? Why don't they just call it LB? That's a good point. They could call it LB, but I mean, I think LB is really hard to trademark, and people are gonna. I don't know. That's tough. It's tough. You can't trademark just LB. I mean, you can trademark like a logo, the LB logo, but I don't know. Let's see. Skip Intro's in the chat. Skip Intro. By the way, we are at. This is mind blowing. We are at 48 likes. We need 2 more likes to hit 50. Once we hit 50 likes, we're going to end the show. So it's in your best interest. It's definitely in your best interest to have as many people like the show as possible, because as soon as we get to 50 likes, we can end this dumpster fire. Okay? Skip it. I'm here for the Federico impress. Hey, Federico. You thought that was an impersonation of Federico? Federico, welcome to another edition of Federico Talks Watches. Thank you, Skip Intro. Make sure you upvote. If you're a member, please use your member milestone chats. It's the last day in July to use them. Use them before you lose them. Okay? Louis Vuitton. LB, Louis Vuitton. That won't raise any eyebrows.
Today.
Exactly. But today, motto, a place where nothing is ordinary. Like I came up with that as well.
Which means nothing.
I came up with that as well. I came up with it. I came up with Luxury Bazaar because I thought about on the side of a dirt road in Odessa, you throw down a rug and then you throw down some junk goods and you try to sell it. And so I thought, let's name it Luxury Bazaar.
You know, I even made the motto a place where nothing is ordinary. Like I came up with that as well.
Which means nothing.
Today.
Fucking, that's not even nice. Adrian, that's not nice. Like, have some respect for the boss. Have a little bit of respect for the CEO of Luxury Bazaar. I know he's your partner and everything, but come on. That's not nice.
I even made the motto a place where nothing is ordinary. Like I came up with that as well.
Which means nothing.
Today. Exactly. But today,
which means nothing today.
Considering how niche we are in the watch space and some jewelry, you know, Adrian feels that it should be a little bit more definitive. And we've chat GPT'd and clawed and called and sat and brainstormed, but everybody...
It's really hard to...
Listen, guys, use Claudio. Use Claudio to figure it out. Claudio will spit back some names.
Come up
it's
with a
really
name.
hard. Adrian feels that we should rebrand into something that's going to speak more.
Rebranding is really, really difficult because you have a lot... Even though, like, Luxury Bazaar isn't the best name in the world... It's a known name and people know what it is. They know who these guys are. Even if the name isn't the best name, when you think of Luxury Bazaar, you know what you get. You know what you're going to get, for better or worse, right? So rebranding to something else, you end up losing a lot of followers. You lose customers who do searches. They do searches for Luxury Bazaar. So you end up losing a lot of brand equity. Gen G member for 12 months. That's almost an entire year of membership. Shout out to Gen G. I think Roman and Adrian should just hug it out. They actually have a good relationship, these guys. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Almost a full year of membership from Gen G. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for using your member milestone chat. And then Skip Intro feels the exact opposite. These two should get in a ring and work out the tension. So Gen G says, hug it out. Skip Intro, completely opposite. Get in the ring. Get in the ring and work it out there. All right. Adrian feels we should do this. Adrian feels we should rebrand, and so on and so forth. On the same token, I wanted to think of like when you throw down an old Persian rug onto a dirt road in Odessa, and then you take some junk goods, dump them on the rug. I want it to have that kind of feel, but with the luxury flair, and so on and so forth.
To the watch. Unfortunately, Chrono 24 is not available. I think that's a great name. So is Bezel.
Something.
Basil. What about Basil? What about Basil? What about instead of bezel? How about Basil? How about Basil? Bezel. How about Bezel's Basil?
Along those lines, because I just feel, look, again, Luxury Bazaar, right?
All right, so now, okay, so Adrian's going to talk about his grievances. I'm assuming that's what I watch these things like live with you guys. I have no idea what's coming up. Let's see what he says.
Those lines, because I just feel, look, again, Luxury Bazaar, right?
Point A.
It doesn't really mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. According to him, it doesn't. Listen, I think this is disrespectful to the brand that Roman and his dad, Gary, and Arthur, and everybody who's put their blood and their life and their soul into building this business for the last 25 years. He doesn't respect it. And that's why he wants to throw away the name with 25 years of brand equity, a name that's synonymous with watches or whatever in this business, and he doesn't respect it, so he wants to throw it away. It doesn't mean anything. How disrespectful, young Padawan, to not understand how important this brand is. Luxury Bazaar needs to launch a fragrance. Would it be called LB? Just LB? Could just be LB on that. It could be the LB, the fragrance.
It's
Doesn't roll off the tongue.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't mean
kind of.
anything. It's difficult
Doesn't roll off the tongue. It doesn't mean anything.
to spell. B-A-Z.
Difficult to spell.
B-A-A-R.
But we own
People-
domains Bazzar,
It's like
And the other spelling and meaning of bizarre is not complimentary. It's actually not flattering at all.
it's
because
just
of that.
it's a name that could certainly use tweaking, especially in modern times today.
Let's
Something
tweak it. Let's help them tweak the name, guys. Lucifer's Bazaar. Is that an improvement? I'm not sure. Come on. Skip intro. Skip intro is not only a member, but that person is a moderator. How'd that person become a moderator? We don't even know who Skip intro is. Think about that for a second. This person is so elusive that they're a moderator and a member and can dominate the chat with impunity because they have a wrench. It's crazy. Who are these people? Who are the people who are watching and lurking? You know, I'd be surprised who some of these people are. By the way, we had Father Artifact in the chat earlier. We had Opus in Time, and we had Brendan Boswell, the guy in Ireland, was in the chat earlier. Believe it or not, the real Brendan. I think it was the real Brendan Boswell. He's the guy who's been exposing the charlatans or whatever he's doing. I don't have time to watch all these channels, but there's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. Brenny, is that his nickname? Brenny the Gladiator? But he was in the chat. Opus in Time was in the chat earlier. Opus in Time was in the chat earlier, and Father Artifact and the best people. By the way, people I get messages all the time from people who are in all walks of life. Doctors, obviously lawyers. A lot of lawyers watch. A lot of doctors. A lot of people in government, by the way. For some reason, like a lot of people who work for who are super high up in government watch this channel. Like there's some guy who works for is it Justin Trudeau? There was a guy who used to be like in Justin Trudeau's cabinet or something like that. He used to say that they would play my live stream in cabinet meetings. What the fuck? Really? Yes. They would put it up on while they were waiting for Trudeau to come in, like they were going to do a briefing or whatever. They put the live stream up on the big screen in the cabinet meeting. It's crazy. Well, if you're doing that right now, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram. If you're watching this show right now, take a screenshot, put your watch up to the screen, take a photo just like this, and send it to me on Instagram. Or post it on Instagram and tag the original OC.
more contemporary, some more luxury, and just that you immediately associate
something more contemporary, more luxury, and something that you immediately associate
our
with
times today. Something a little more contemporary, some more luxury, and just that you immediately associate with
Nixon's and Ray-Bans. Something you associate with Nixon watches, Michelle watches, and Ray-Bans. And I was gonna say junk jewelry, but that's not very respectful. Is estate jewelry a better way of framing it? Discount closeout jewelry, something that you can associate with discount closeout jewelry, Nixon watches, and Ray-Bans.
The wristwatch business, right? I'm not very creative, but I can certainly use some help.
So, guys, we need to help. We need to help rebrand Luxury Bazaar. Go on over there, give them your best idea. And if it's a terrible idea, don't say OC sent you. But if you think it's a really good idea, say, I heard from OC, from the original OC channel, that you needed a new brand. Guitars Chronos in the chat. OC wristwatch check, please. I'll be happy to do my customary wristwatch check. Let me throw on my shades. Here we go. Customary wristwatch check. I'm wearing my beautiful Rolex Reach for the Crown Oyster Perpetual. This is the reference 134300. This is the brand new 41 millimeter Oyster Perpetual 41 with the candy pink dial. This is the first one sold in the world. At retail. 134300. Candy pink. Last year they came out, they announced that they were doing candy pink and lavender in the 41 millimeter size. And shout out to someone else, you know who I'm talking about, who has the candy pink. They have the candy pink in a different size. But I'm the first one with 41. You can see the real. I'm doing this live stream in real time. This is not Memorex. See? You can see the time on my watch. It's real time. All right. Back to the action. Let's rename Luxury Bazaar. And then we're gonna go for 5 more minutes. Go for 5 more minutes, guys. I know we got over 50. We have 50 people watching on YouTube, 2 on Tinder, and 1 on Hinge. That's incredible. But guys, if you're watching on Tinder, hurry up, finish your swiping, head on over to the Original OC channel on YouTube. Head on over to YouTube where you can enter a comment in the chat. Let us know that you came on over from Tinder. Don't be ashamed. It's okay. And if you're on Hinge, keep watching us on Hinge. You don't need to leave a comment. Let's see, message in the chat. Okay. I don't know who. I don't know what do you want me to do? Pull up the picture? What do you want me to do? I don't know. You want me to pull up the picture but not say it's you? This is busy. It's hard. I'm a one-man show. I'm producing my own show, guys. We've got Loco Boutique. Hey, Speedy Hernandez. He's watching on Grindr. We are on Grindr. We're on YouTube, Tinder, Grindr, Hinge, and MySpace. We're on all the alternative platforms, guys. We like to broadcast on all the platforms. RM in South Dakota. Richard Mill in South Dakota. 440 joules. Holy, wait a minute. That's awesome. We have a new StreamYard integration. Oh, you did Unk Alert? Guys, use your joules. There's a little box next to where you type in the chat. It looks like a gift, like a present. Those are actually joules, and you can send gifts. And if you've been watching, you can collect. You can capture XP points. Those are experience points. There's a lot of stuff going on with YouTube. Like a lot of times when you're watching, it'll say collect XP. Like you hit that button and then you gather these experience points, and then you can use the experience points to send gifts and shit like that. It's really interesting. If you click on the gift box, you can send gifts. Okay. Thank you, Richard Mill in South Dakota. He sent a thing that said Unk Alert for 440. He spent 440 joules on that. That's awesome. 440 joules is like the equivalent of $44. That's like a $44 super chat. Send the gifts, guys. Send the gifts. ZD says, OC, did you see the story Roman told about helping one of his first clients replace a Patek Philippe, but then still wanted to charge him $5,000 and then clowned him when he got it for $5K less? I think we covered that on a previous live stream. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, we actually covered that on a previous live stream, ZD. So go back to a previous live stream and type in, you can ask YouTube, they have AI. You can ask a question like, when did OC talk about Roman revealing the customer's private conversation with him? And it'll pull up the timestamp. Okay. ZD, thank you very much for the sunshine. 200 joules. That's like 200. That's like $20. $20 gift. Thank you for sending the sunshine.
Guys,
But,
comment if you were to rename Luxury Bazaar.
I think your rebranding would be wonderful.
What would you name us?
Please, I'm tired of working at a place called Luxury Bazaar. A rebranding would be wonderful.
And please comment below because we could really use some help here.
I don't think they're ever going to get rid of it. I don't think they're ever going to get rid of it. I'd like to. I'll find the timestamp for you. It's just like it was either an episode or 2 episodes ago where we covered it. Yeah, and he played all. He read the customer's private messages. Yeah, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool, Roman. Don't read customers' private messages. Yeah. What else? What else you guys want to cover? I mean, this stream's been going on for a long time. I usually don't like to do super long streams. So here's what we're going to do. OC is going to drop the link to, hold on a second. I'm going to drop the link to, okay. Please, MJ, I'm going to get to your comment in just a minute. You can stay here if you want, or you can click on the link in the chat. Okay. Please click on this link in the chat. This will take you to Britt Pierce's live stream. If you head on over to there, you can head on over there to there and come back. But if you want to go over there and stay there, that's totally cool. But please tell Britt that I sent you. You know, and if you can, like send her like a $1.99 super chat. That's all I ask. All I ask is if you don't want to stick around here, head on over to Britt Pierce's live stream and just do a $2 super chat and let her know that OC forwarded you over to that live stream. Okay? That's all I ask is a $2 super chat. Head on over to Britt Pierce's live stream and hang out over there. But you might want to stay out here because we're going to do a update on the Tony Romo situation. MJ says we want an update on Tony Romo. MJ is a member for 22 months at the senior consultant level. That is almost 3 years of membership at the campaign senior consultant level. That's a massive, massive supporter. He wants us to cover Tony Romo. Let's see if I can find some updates on let's see if there's any breaking news on the Tony Romo. Oh, interesting. Guys, we have breaking news. Hold on here. Let me see. Where did I see the breaking news? It was somewhere. Where did I see this originally? Was it in one of the WhatsApp groups? Was it in the chat? Someone sent me something. Let's see. Tony Romo. Okay, let's see. According to Yahoo Sports, let's see. I got to be careful here. CBS makes final decision on firing Tony Romo. No, that's old. That's an old thing. That's old. Tony Romo. I want new information. Oh, Tony Romo has been placed on indefinite leave by CBS Sports. According to NFL.com. Let me see here if I can pull this up without revealing anything here. Breaking news. Tony Romo on leave from CBS Sports after arrest on suspicion of operating a vehicle under the influence. Now, Brody and I have been discussing this at length. I think at first I thought that they didn't have probable cause to arrest him. This isn't a law channel, so I'm not going to get into all that stuff. But I think we'll come back and do a live stream later, maybe tomorrow, and we'll discuss all the legalities of the Tony Romo situation. But breaking news, Tony Romo, who was arrested on suspicion of DUI, driving under the influence, or OWI, I think they call it, in Wisconsin or Michigan or wherever he was, has now been placed on leave from CBS Sports. Ratings poison. It's not ratings poison. I'm sending people over to Britt Pierce, so it's not ratings poison. Head on over to Britt Pierce's live stream. I'm going to drop a link in the chat here. Make sure you mention that OC sent you. Drop in a super chat, by the way, in Britt Pierce's live stream, and mention that you came over from OC. Here it is. Boom, head on over there. Richard Meal in South Dakota, member for 13 months. That's almost a full year. Thank you for being a member for almost a full year. Really appreciate it. I have no idea what an Unk Alert is, but you're welcome. Well, I know what an Unk Alert is. Shout out to Uncle Curly. Uncle Curly is the better half of Curlock. All right. Is that okay, MJ? Is that okay for the Tony Romo update? Is that cool? Is that enough? All right. Guys, that's all that I have. That's all that I have for today. 2.5 hour live stream. Thank you, Raypad. Thank you, Raypad. Member for 5 months. Appreciate it. Using the membership emojis. Thank you for using the membership emojis. Campaign volunteer for 5 months. Thank you for being a member. Really, really appreciate it. What else do we got? Any last minute things that you want to cover? Head on over to the Britt Pierce live stream on YouTube. Head on over there. Drop a note in the chat. Say OC sent me over. And check it out. She's got way more people watch. She's got 150 people watching her live stream. I only have I think we ended up with 11 people here. We ended up with 11 people, but 55 likes. You guys are the best. If you're watching right now and you haven't upvoted yet, upvote the live stream. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We will catch you on the next one. Head on over to Britt Pierce's live stream right now. I'll drop the link one final time in the chat. Head on over here. Say hello. Tell Britt that OC sent you. Boom. I also want to thank... Who else do I want to thank? I want to thank... By the way, another branding issue with Luxury Bazaar is this video isn't even on the Luxury Bazaar YouTube channel. Right? So think about that. I mean, they're playing this video and they're complaining about branding. This video is on a Roman Sharf channel. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let me see here. I'm going to drop a link to the Roman Sharf channel on YouTube. If you want to watch the whole video. Most of you don't want to, and I get it. I understand why. But it's not even the Luxury Bazaar channel. Boom. Please subscribe. They need a lot of help over there. They need a lot of help. Anything else? Last minute. Thanks you guys for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you have an incredible weekend. If you're going to go see, if you're in the New York area, you're going to go see Motley tonight. Shout at the Devil, guys. It's a great show. If you're going to go see Rush tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden, that's an awesome show. Enjoy yourselves. On behalf of your host, Original OC, and myself, thanks for watching the live stream. We'll catch you on the next one. And head on over to the Britt Pierce live stream. There you go. Head on over there, guys. Peace out. Have an amazing weekend. We'll catch you on the next one. Love you guys. Peace out.